Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign 21, week 10, final week. So of course today we are going to be going and unlocking the campaign Mythic for the season. I would say mess around with him some, but I guess I'll make one team just real quick just to kind of see what he can do. But he is really bad. He deals a bunch of damage to all enemies, boosted by Demon Portal Gems at a boost ratio that is nowhere near enough. And then explodes one gem for each demonic portal gem. Not every single portal gem, but simply just one gem per portal gem, which is pretty bad. It reminds me a lot of Fallen Valdis. It's basically just Fallen Valdis Part 2. And it has a 50% chance to create a demonic portal gem when its turn begins. It's not even guaranteed, and even if it was, it wouldn't really matter that much. 24 mana cost, so it's not even like a lower mana cost. Even if it was at 20, it would still be just as bad, to be honest. But the fact that it's 24 makes it even worse. But what do we even need to go do for that? Let me go double check. No, if I will eventually click the right thing. Oh yeah, we'll do invasion as well. Earn glory, so we gotta do PvP. Then kill anything and kill Brown. Okay, so yeah, we should be fine. As long as we go do PvP after a little bit, we should be able to go get all of that. Anyways, let's actually start with the invasion event. So as far as the invasion event, of course, we got to deal with all the tower stuff. But for the earlier fights, all we're really going to need is a World Breaker quick kill build. So that's probably where we're going to go down. Since we don't really need anything fancy for this super early range. We're just going to go get our mana up and kind of just go from there. So we'll go Wand with like a quick mana start. We'll go like a little bit of Links. I don't think we have any good empowers. We could do damage or gain attack. Neither are really that needed. So I'm just going to go Link. Go like Herdmaster or something. Give us that little bit extra yellow in case we need to cleanse or anything else, extra mana. Alright, and I will go like a 50% mana start hero class. I guess just standard mech is probably fine. Don't need anything fancy there. And that should be all we need. And just go all in on taking yellow then. And we're going to use this. Oh, wait. I got to use the thing for double points though. Wait. Let's see. Invasion. Actually, tower should be typing in. We got to go use the new troop, of course. The Discordia. Alright. Should be good to go. Actually, I'll go for the extra mana. We need it more. Alright, but yeah, don't forget her, otherwise you will get half as much score for every tower. Technically for the first few fights it wouldn't really matter that much, but for the later ones you definitely want to have it. Alright, for this is what we're going to run for the earlier fights then. I forget if I mentioned this during the video, but that was one of the reasons for Wand World Breaker as well, which to shift it to the front for the earlier fights and then shift it back for the later fights. The only difference is I just put a Herdmaster there for a little bit extra mana link, but he's not really doing much. You can just leave it as the other guy, but a little bit extra value there. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the video. I was thinking that at the time. I'm not sure if I ever actually mentioned it though. But, yeah, this is to help with the earlier fights. So where did my chat go? One second. Can't even see you guys. Hello, everyone! Hello, yeah! Hello, MK Jets! Hello, Tyrion! Hello, Nightmare! Hello, Isabel! Hello, Chad! Hello, Imperial! Hello, Cookie! Hello, Ron! Welcome. Hope you guys been having a wonderful start of your year. And yeah, don't forget, if you still want to finish anything with the current campaign, is the final week to do so. Though, of course, most people, I feel like, get it done pretty automatically. It's a relatively low requirement compared to most other things in the game. Pretty much just doing standard dailies on a week will easily give you more than enough. I'll probably get it within the first half an hour so we can go mess with the Mythic. Hello, Jamie! Welcome. One thing we kind of have to go out of our way for, I guess, is PvP. So if you don't do a lot of PvP, like this time around, it might be a little bit harder, but it doesn't take that much PvP. I should be able to get in like 10-15 minutes of PvP. I don't have my other guy at full mana. Come on, Herdmaster. I mean, not Herdmaster, I mean World Breaker. There we go. Oh yeah, you know what I finally got now it's closer to Valentine's Day and places are actually stocking it again? I got those chocolate-covered cherry things. I've been nibbling on them all day. I got a 10-pack and I have 2 left. I started nibbling on them by like noon, and somehow they've lasted 8 hours. There's only one left after this one though. Oh yeah, I forgot, the camera's over here. You guys know what it looks like though. Like one of the only few brands I can have too, the Cellos one or whatever they're called. Cellos. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Welcome. Hope all has been well. Gosh. I ate just one and it's like, oh gosh, I need a whole bottle of water now. Those things are a little sweet. This is like sweeter than I remember. I wonder if they changed the formula slightly. It could just be that I had some normal, like, actual food earlier. Because I ended up just doing some eggs up. So after having just, like, normal food and then having one of them, the contrast between them, I think is what got me. He's down to whole water already. This was supposed to last the whole stream. We're like 5 minutes in and it's like, oh, I'm out of water already. Oh, that didn't take long. Oh, so hello, Mr. Z. Welcome, welcome. You thought the package of 10 would be gone by now? I know, I kind of saved for them for a while. I probably won't eat the last one until like nearly the end of this stream. Because for whatever reason, places near me don't really stock them until this time of year. And I don't trust ordering them online because the chance that you'll get like a damaged one is really high. So I never ever bother doing them online that way. So I can pretty much only get them around like Valentine's Day. Or, you know, around that time of season. And places near me are already stocking Valentine's stuff. So this few months is like the only time I can ever eat it. Because the rest of the year, the only time I can really get it near me is if I get it shipped. But they're almost always damaged when they come in shipped, so it's not even worth it. So these are like the only 2 months I can really get them. Sometimes they have overflow stock in March, though. This also tends to be when they're cheapest as well, because you're just trying to get them off the shelf. Because whenever you order something like that, you don't know if it's going to be damaged or not, but if you go to a store, you could easily see if one is or not. So the extra selection makes it so you can get the prime, non-damaged ones. Because those things are so annoying if they're all like popped open and all sticky and everything. Basically just wasting money on them. Because half of them are like unedible. I'm not sure why I did that when I already had the win condition. Unfortunately, whenever that thing gets a kill, it creates demonic portal gems, which is actually a bad thing, not a good thing. Gosh, I might need another water. I'm running out of things to drink that I grabbed earlier. I'm not sure why I'm so thirsty all of a sudden. I had literally one of them. Didn't get this thirsty earlier when I had them. But yeah, game plan right now is go through Invasion. Then after that, probably pivot to PvP a little bit earlier than we normally would, so we can go get the new Mythic. And then go see what kind of demonic portal gem we can end up team we can end up making out of it. We're gonna try to build a 4 times demonic portal gem team and see what we could do. Is it worth doing? Probably not, but we'll see what we can make out of it. And of course, the invasion troop does get double magic, so even if there is a demonic resummon of some kind, she does get to do a double damage poke. it won't be the 5 times damage, technically 10 times damage if you count the 5 times with the double magic. But she does still have double magic against everything, even a non-tower. I said hello, Bill Warhammer. Gosh, there's a lot of those. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, overall, if you have Wardbreaker, Invasion and Tower of Doom should be pretty free this week. Though Invasion should be free regardless. All you have to do is use both the 2 tower troops. Once you reach 4 times tower, and you should be good to go. At that point, it really comes down to how are you mana accumulating for them. And worst comes to worst, you can just use the weapon that we got from this current event. Or the old weapon if you don't even want to bother with that weapon. Oh yeah, I don't have the code section open. Let me go do that. I haven't actually handed out a single code yet. Thanks for reminding me. I don't even have it open. 1 second. Which is why I haven't handed any out. Okay, we officially are on the December codes. It is January 13th, and we're now starting the December codes. Also, I do have the January codes already. I haven't even bothered copy-pasting them yet. Oh, we got a code that actually says got. Let's see, what's the rest of the word? It's got. But yeah, it starts with got. But yeah, we got a code. We got a got code. Or goat. Spelt incorrectly. But we got the got code. Hello, Alex! Welcome, welcome. This is why we went Herdmaster. Well, in theory. It was supposed to give him full mana. It didn't actually give him full mana, though. I was supposed to do that. It didn't quite work out. Now they're all going to castle in this. Unfortunate. Luckily, we can just get rid of that barrier. Can't wait till we get to 4 towers. We can just use the tower troops. There are 2 invasion troops you can use. Keep in mind you're forced to have to use the new one for the double score. But the other one still does just as much skull damage. So you normally want to put in your first slot once we get to 4 tower. Do codes work on Xbox? No, unfortunately they only work on PC mobile version. They were still never able to get them working on console due to various policies and such. But no, they only work on PC mobile, unfortunately. That's hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome. Hope everything's been going well. I wish this guy would gain a little bit more of his mana back. I feel like he's been slacking a bit on mana. There's a lot of times I feel like he gets all his mana back, but today he's been doing really bad. The ward breaker, that is. It's finally Mondays at Task and finally streamed the best game ever. Yeah, we've still been playing this daily. Even though we haven't been streaming it daily, we've still been doing our Gems of War grind. This hasn't been streamed. But we've still been at it. But yeah, my Brighter Shores addiction is still going. Still have really high hopes for the future of the game and everything. We currently hit day 69 today. Surprisingly, Lester wasn't there. But it was day 69. I want to at least try to hit day 100 of consecutive streams on it. Maybe even more. There will definitely be a couple weeks this year that I'm going to be going away for stuff. So eventually the streak shall end. So what is up with the class this week? What about it? It should just be an Oracle class event, right? This Thursday? Overall, it's a pretty average hero class, only really used in a 4-time Centaur team. It's generally a pretty underwhelming hero class, but is really good for Underspire this week. As well as Invasion, depending on what team you're running. As Invasion's the Centaur restriction, and Underspire is a Divinity Fields restriction, both of which the Oracle class covers. And we know of a new Deep Delve this Friday. Brings out a new layout and a new Underspire troop. Unfortunately, it's kind of useless. Actually, we showed it earlier. Is it still up? It should be. Yeah, it's this troop right here, the Hellclaw, Shadow Priest. It deals some damage +2 to an enemy. Boosted by purple gems at a 2-to-1, so for every 2 purple gems, 1 extra damage. And it gives that life to the weakest enemy, aka whichever one has the lowest HP armor total. So it basically helps keep your weakest one alive, but it's not really needed. The Purification team doesn't need it. So unfortunately, it's just not really going to use much other than another Kingdom upgrade troop. Look on the event tab. Wait, does it not show Oracle? I could have sworn it showed Oracle earlier. We'll go check it after this fight. Why, did it show something that's not Oracle there? Can I pull up the January event calendar? Yeah. It says Bard? Really? Did they make a mistake? Could have sworn it was Oracle earlier. Yeah, it is Bard. That's weird. Yeah, it is the Bard class, or the Bard thing. Also, of course, the Lunar New Year for the Snake comes out next week. I started the big event, but we can actually see it here on the event calendar. The very small event calendar. There we go, a little bit bigger. But, yeah, the event starts on the 20th. Got a Vault event next weekend as well. Not this week's weekend, but next week's weekend. And we also get the Lunar New Year pet on the 29th. The event starts on the 20th, and we get the pet on the 29th. New campaign starts on the 27th. Vault event starts on the 24th. But those are the big things. We're getting a lot of things all at once. But yeah, the New Year's event is starting on the 20th, or, you know, Lunar New Year thing. Then the 24th is Vault event. Then the 27th is next campaign. Since, of course, it's ending this week. And then on the 29th is pet. And it's like every big thing happening within that time. But yeah, a lot of things at the end. We mentioned that earlier. Like, the beginning of this month had almost nothing going on, and then the end of the month has literally everything going on. And this is kind of like that in-between week where it has, like, a medium amount of stuff going on. Oh, so hello, Defiant! Welcome, welcome. Now, let's go finish out Invasion. We're almost there. New holiday troop looks good. I haven't actually looked at it yet. I'll go check it. I haven't actually seen what it looks like yet. Well, obviously visually, but stats-wise, I haven't checked it. Let's see. Let's make this bigger. I'm not gonna bother new tabbing it. But the Hugh Shi, it is a Beast Mystic from Shantang. It is a unknown mana cost, but it converts all red and purple gems. Wait. Oh, sorry. It's a double converter. It converts all red gems to purple. All yellow gems to skull, so a double converter into skull, which is actually the second one from the kingdom that has this. It enchants all purple allies and gives them magic +1, life, and 4 magic. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see this being used on 4 times purple team. This is actually really similar to what Enchantress used to do, or not, Divine Ishbala, I mean. This is very similar to Divine Ishbala. Except it doesn't have the cleanse, but instead has like the extra life and magic. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a full life gain for your entire team. Or assuming you're using a 4 times purple team, which is the main context you would use this in. But assuming you're using a 4 times purple team, you're gaining life for your entire team. You're getting a little bit of magic for your entire team. You're getting red to purple, which of course is feeding to your entire purple team. And yellows get converted into skulls, which just denies mana a little bit, but still works out. He even has Magic Link for purple, so even more mana to be able to use in a 4 times purple team. And a 50% chance to create a 3 purple gems when it matches for an extra turn. Oh wait, that's actually really good. Wait, why is this thing so broken? Wait. It's actually really good. 3 purple gems per extra turn? Obviously, it's 1.5 per average. But still, imagine having like 2 of these on your team. And they both trigger. Of course, neither could trigger, but imagine you got both. Just 1 single extra turn is 6 extra purple. That's actually really interesting. The 50% makes that a little bit clunky, though. Because obviously, it's not consistent. But for Legend, this is pretty much as strong as a Mythic. Yeah, it's pretty good. And it gets 5 to all stats as well, which is extra magic. Or extra life for your whole team. But yeah, 4 times purple teams. Pretty big buff in that regard. Like a skull spam purple team? Like with Zul'Goth. Or Ossifer. But yeah, that's a lot of potential. It's only a legend. You can get it basically for free on the event next week. But that's actually really good. We'll see if they nerf it before it comes out, because we don't even know what its mana cost is yet. So they might nerf it upon release. But if it gets released like that, that's actually really strong. It also means Shentang restrictions and some other things like that might start getting built into purple. Because now Shentang, Beast, and Mystic teams might start going purple heavy. Mystic is already pretty purple heavy. So Mystic probably gains the biggest benefit of those 3. There are quite a few Mystic teams right now that don't need to run pure purple though. Or, you know, 4 times purple. But if you do go down the 4 times Mystic purple team, they just got a huge buff if you use that dragon on it. The only problem is Mystic teams generally don't run skull spam, I don't believe. Whereas Beasts do. And Shentang also does. I don't think you could do 4 times Shentang purple though. You do have another dragon that has double convert. What else is there in Shentang that's purple but has synergy with it? I don't think there's much. Yaokuei indirectly does, even though he himself is not purple. But he converts to purple in a way that might help. Or hinder. Hold on, let me go double check. What's everything in Shentang that's purple? You know, I know you have another double skull converter, which is huge. I think the biggest issue is the strongest mythic there is not purple. That one dragon. I think that's the biggest issue with its synergy. As far as Shentang. Like for a Mystic, it's going to be so good. Like if you look at like every other Mystic option. Oh, let me do it by base rarity. But if we go by Mystic, I think it was under the Legendary category where a lot of the really good ones get used. But yeah, normally you go like Beatrix build or Zachi, but you do have things like Queen Titania. Is a pretty noteworthy one that has really good synergy with. Like an all-in Queen Titania build. Sakima, which is another skull spammer, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a handful of them. But the one I want to go see is, I want to see Shentang. Shentang purple. Like, literally just Shentang purple. Oh wait, never mind. Hunglong is purple. Never mind. Why did I think it wasn't purple? Oh yeah, this is gonna work out amazingly then. Yeah, you can do it with Hunglong. You can also do it with the other... Oh no! The other guy's red-yellow! Never mind, the other double converter's red-yellow. I was confusing the red with a Hunglong. I thought Hunglong had red and the other one had purple. But no, it's the other way around. The skull spammer from this place is... Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, the skull spammer's red-yellow. I was thinking it the other way around. But yeah, Hunglong you can use, but you can't use Quillin with it. It's still not bad, though. Especially... Oh, it doesn't count as a dragon, though. It kind of looks like one, but it's actually a snake, so it counts as a beast rather than a dragon. That's one big downside of that troop. It's Beast Mystic instead of like Dragon Mystic. Dragon Mystic would have made it so much stronger in Shentang. But because it's technically a snake, it's technically a beast, even though it kind of looks a little dragon-like. But that means you don't have any dragon synergy here. It's kind of disappointing. That would have been so strong for it. If it actually counted as a dragon rather than a beast. Because that definitely limits what you could do with it. Though there are beast teams you can use with it too. There's a lot of good purple beasts that have double convert. First one that comes to mind is... actually, no, Forest Guardian isn't. It just converts the thing. You'd still be able to get away with a beast team though. There's just so many skull spam within beast. But yeah, beasts have a lot of skull spam. Hey, we'll go check beast next as well. Would you skip Underspire this week? Oh no, depends if you have Ward Breakers. Without Ward Breaker, it'd be kind of clunky. As long as you have Ward Breaker, Underspire should be pretty free this week. Especially if you have double Ward Breaker. Though even just one is enough. Without Ward Breaker, Underspire is kind of annoying if you're going like all the way through. It's definitely doable like per usual, but it's kind of annoying without one or two. Let me go check. Troop type, Beast. I know there's a lot of converters and things that work good with Skull. I forget how many of them are actually purple though. So Hatter Scroll and Hatter Ascendant, both really good. And Scroll Reborn. Particularly the two Skull ones. So, Scroll Reborn and Hatter and Scroll are the two good ones with it. Wolf Garrick you can do for its Devour. Queen Aurora you can do for a bunch of mana. Unfortunately, the other converter I was thinking about is green-yellow, so you can't use it with it directly. It does get to convert all purple into Skull, though, if you do end up using it. It's this one right here. Because it gives all beasts 50% mana start, the Forest Guardian. It transforms all purple to Skull, and you're going to get a ton of purple from that. So you could double convert with the new Dragon, and then double convert with the Forest Guardian. This also gives your full beast team 50% mana start. Because your team doesn't have to be 4 times purple, it just has to be 4 times beast. So you're probably going to offset it with one Forest Guardian and just not run Queen Aurora. Because that would give your entire team 50% mana start. As well as convert all the purples that you get from the new guy into Skull. He just converts all red to purple. And then this thing converts all purple to Skull. Oh, so this brown to green, does that help at all? It doesn't help with the other thing, but they also don't have any confliction with each other, which is good. Their mana colors don't conflict. So that's beneficial. Yeah, you'd build some kind of team out of that. Where you use like Hatter Ascendant into the one that does skulls. Whatever the Hatter one that's like pure skull. You would do Hatter Ascendant, Forest Guardian, the new little snake that's coming out, and like one other thing. Probably your hero with a weapon. Like wand or something. And that'd probably be your team. There's a few other ways you could run it too. But yeah, there's quite a bit of a buff to beast teams. Because your team doesn't have to be 4 times purple. It's beneficial if it is, but it doesn't have to be. If you're doing some other category that isn't purple only. Yeah, we'll definitely mess around with it when it comes out. It seems pretty good. Though, given that it currently doesn't have a mana cost, it is probably really subject to change. If it doesn't even have a mana cost, that means some of the other things might get tweaked on it. Like, they might nerf the 3 gem spawn to only 2 gem spawn or something. We'll have to wait and see. Won't really know until Monday next week. We'll definitely go over on Monday. And then on stream on next week's Monday, we'll be able to mess with it and everything. Oh wait, actually we won't, because I won't get it until a few days later. Oh no! Oh no, do we waste the gems to get it a few days early? I don't think it's worth it. But we'll know what his stats are, though. Yeah, unless we throw, like... Actually, can you even get it on day 1? I don't think you can, even if you throw max gems. I didn't even think about that. Even if you spend the maximum amount of gems, I don't think you can get it on day 1. It costs too many points for how many you would have. You'd have to spend, like, real money to get it day 1. Which I'm not going to bother doing. We're going to get it for free, like, 2 days later. We'll still be able to know what it does by next week's Monday, though. So I wouldn't have it until, like, Wednesday. And we're out of sigils. Yeah, invasion, pretty straightforward this week. Alright, let me go do PvP so we can go and unlock the Mythic. Because we need to do that to go do Glory. Alright, we'll just do Center, most likely. Don't need to do anything fancy. Oh yeah, let me go do Glacial Peaks real quick then. It's either Glacial Peak or Elemental. Honestly, because if we how upgraded our Immortal is, I kind of just want to do Glacial Peak. This troop is just so good for it. Like, look at how many people are just using Glacia. But yeah, Immortal Glacia just absolutely tears this place apart. Actually, what was the other restriction? I don't remember. Was it just Glacial Peak? Dude, she's already naturally from Glacial Peak. Let me see. Empower. Alright, what else do we need? Weapon. Anything for mana that isn't awful. There we go. Anything else? Anything else? Double check. Is there any other explode? Yeah, give me that actually. Just to cover colors. And now we need like any other one thing. I don't know, what else does mana here? Like good mana. That's going to be too inconsistent. The seeing good mana drain is back, which is my concern. It might backfire more than it even helps. And yes, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot. It's greatly appreciated. If you guys have anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Why does it go for more damage? I wish I could use 2 Mortal Glacias. You can only use 1 Immortal per team. Oh, so they nerfed the Frost Lizard. Oh, no, they didn't. He still creates 7 blue. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go Frost Lizard for excess blue. May seem like a weird one, but I feel like it works out pretty good here. Also, I'm just going to go Frost Mage. We're going to go all in. Might as well. Get an extra magic bonus. It's not a lot, but adds up. Actually, what am I saying not a lot? That's actually a lot. 12 extra magic for pure Glacial Peaks compared to probably like 6. It's like an extra free 6 magic. It's not bad. And obviously we need a lot of green. I mean blue, I mean. Why did I say green? Plus 2 blue, plus 1 green. Minus red? Yeah, I guess we'll minus red, why not? Trying to think what else we could minus pretty nicely here. I guess brown. Is there a plus 2 blue with minus brown? Yes, perfect. Oh, first for a keep, perfect. Alright, that works out perfectly. I'll just roll with that. It should be fine. My only concern is other people running like other freeze builds, because I have no anti-freeze on a kingdom that is almost entirely freeze, which can only go over well. Let's see. Red to blue, red to blue. Red to blue, that's a lot of alignment. How do you not have full mana though? I forgot that's true damage as well. Ooh, that's even better. Completely forgot that's true damage. Alright, let me look at my extra magic before we do this. That would probably help. Let's see. Extra magic. Thank you, thank you. Yep, we'll just run per standard Stellaryx. Feels so nice just getting full mana automatically again. Anytime I go back to Stellaryx team or something, or not Stellaryx, but like a Takshaka team or something, or the Pharaoh team, just like insta full mana. Yeah, one more battle, and then we'll go back to the glacial ones. Now that we have our newfound magic stat. Because we're going to need a ticket anyways, might as well grab it now and make it easier. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, next order of business. Go back to what we're doing now that we have more damage. Just make it a little bit easier. And I'll just keep taking the weakest one just so they die in like one shot if we can help it. It doesn't matter how many points we get, it just matters if we kill them. So even double the reason to go for the weaker one. And this thing does do double damage here, I believe. This is the location where it gets the extra damage, which makes it even better. And of course we get the extra magic from the rest of the team as well for having a pure Glacial Peak team. If we didn't already have enough damage. It even retroactively killed the resummon. Yeah, it's a little strong. There's this one that we almost maxed. We got to level 25 during it. That was when I bought the season pass, though. It's actually crazy how much value you get when you buy the season pass compared to not buying it. It just like supercharges the Mythic or the Immortal. Because I think my next highest is like not even 10 or 11. And this thing's level 25. It's really costly though. It's like 15 bucks. I only did it for the first season ever. But now we have a permanent option that's just really good DPS here. There's like literally nothing in the area stronger than it. Of course, you can still do similar with a non-upgraded one. This has a bit less damage overall. Like, this one's only level 3, and you can barely even tell. Look at its stats compared to ours. Like, you see there's a little bit of a difference. But it's not that big of a difference. Plus his stats might be slightly lower than us anyways. Oh yeah, we do have the lower mana cost though. We haven't gotten the second reduction yet. Second reduction I think is in like a level or 2. Where it goes down to like a 26 mana instead of a 20, or instead of a 30. Or instead of a 28, however you want to look at it. Because there's 2 mana reductions you get on it. One bringing it from 30 to 28, and then from 28 to 26. And the interesting one is that really last one. I believe it creates 2 frozen gems when max, instead of 1 per turn. The freeze aspect, oddly enough, not being that useful because a lot of locations where you use it, the enemy team is immune to freeze. But the extra blue gem goes a long way. Like that one trooper getting that one snake that can create 3 purple. Like 1 single gem is a lot. I'm actually surprised they're releasing as 3. I'm surprised they didn't make it like 2 or something. Alright, now we need to go get our glory, which is the whole reason why we came here to begin with. Was to go get our glory from Central Spire. Because I need that so I can show off the new Mythic that came out today. Well, technically last week's Monday, but if you're buying Standard Pass, it came out today. It's really weak, though. I still want to build a team out of it. Because I want to see how bad the best Demonic Portal Gem team is. Using nothing but 4 times Demonic Portal troops. I want to see what the team looks like. Because I'm pretty sure we could build a team out of just commons and it would be stronger. Hello, Lester! Yeah, you missed the 69 Brighter Shore stream. It was day 69. It was the final day of us doing the bone zone as well. We no longer need a bone anymore. We have finished the bones. We have now moved on to making potions for like the next 5 days. Before they price hike all the shops. Before trading comes out. Oh, so the reason I normally go for the first fight, even if it's a lot lower, rather than the accessibility of just absolutely obliterating it. But a lot of those initial bonuses that you get, you actually get a lot more of if you can kill them out really quickly. So a lot of times it's just better to go for the really weak one. Unless the top one is worth like more than 50. Have I tried Baltro yet? No, I haven't tried Baltro yet. Still haven't tried it. We will be doing Slay the Spire 2 this year, though. Speaking of games related to card games. It doesn't have an official date yet, though, other than 2025. But sometime this year, it is coming out in beta. And I will be playing it day one, and probably the whole week. I want to try to see if we could do a Ascension 20 rush in 1 week. I'll probably be doing it with Silent. That or maybe one of the new characters if they seem a lot of fun. But I'm probably going to do it with the Silent. Assuming they even have an Ascension 20 system. They could do some kind of new gimmick. Yeah, the new trip that's coming out next week, basically any purple double skull converter is going to have really good synergy with it. So things like Sakima, Inferno King, like anything in that kind of category. The Inferno King does have full mana conflict with it, so probably not that. But any double converter that doesn't really conflict with it has a lot of potential. And even if it's not purple, things like the Forest Guardian thing, which gives 50% mana start to all beasts, has quite a bit of synergy. As they have no converting conflict with each other. I'm also giving both of them 50% mana start as well as any other beast on the team. Which realistically would be your whole team because that's the only context you would really run it on. There's a 4x beast team. You have to keep in mind, restrictions like that are going to be a lot more common in Guild War when it comes out in a couple weeks. We don't have an official date yet, but the next patch is right around the corner. For all we know, it could be tomorrow. It's likely not, though. It's likely like early February, like after the Lunar New Year events and everything. But given that we have a seasonal shift coming, it could be next week. Next week's Tuesday is actually really likely for the patch. It's not confirmed, but next week's Tuesday is super, super likely. As it's the downtime week between seasons. Also, they're already doing 1 billion things that week. So they're probably just going to do 1 billion and 1 things instead. Hello, Blazo! Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, we did Brighter Shores earlier today. We finished our 200 Gatherer grind. And starting our 200 Alchemy grind. Yeah, they're adding new Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2. They posted a summary of it like the other month. Actually, I think I still have it up here. Yeah, the new Guild Wars summary. They posted on December 20th. And, which is kind of funny because exactly a month after. But, yeah, it's very likely to come out on, that's weird. It, like, flashes when you do it. Why does it do it like that? That's weird. But, it's very likely to come out on, next week's Tuesday. It could be later than that, but next week's Tuesday is very likely. But yeah, they overhauled the, Guild Wars system. Got a small sneak peek the other month. I'm curious if they're going to be posting a preview video or anything on it, though. If so, it'd probably be in the next week or so. I know we died. Good thing we have a whole team behind our team. That's one fun thing that's really funny about this Stellarix build. Is let's say Stellarix dies, you have a whole team behind it ready to go. What's kind of crazy though is we're almost losing to a rope dart team with like nothing else on it. How is this the team that kills us? The whole team is basically just a single rope dart. And we're almost dead to it. But yeah, rope darts with what's it called? Kind of scary. Rope dart plus web spinner. It's a bit of an old meta build back when web spinner got like mega buffed. But yeah, still a little bit of a scary team. The team should have just been absolutely obliterated and almost killed us. It's because rope dart skills through the whole game because it armor tiers everything. So even if you're lower level range, it still just destroys everything. Since destroying all armor does the same thing in early game than it does in late game. Thanks, nice comeback. We should have never lost that fight though. It's actually kind of crazy that we almost did. It should have been like the freeze whenever. But yeah, rope dart web spinner is still kind of scary. Even if the enemy has lower stats. It's really hard because they already tear through all your armor. And then web spinner's pretty much at one-shot range, even with lower stats. So they just start one-shotting your entire team. He even put Obsidious there so he would get the stun. He even put Cleanse on his team so he'd get the Cleanse. So he wouldn't be able to like Elementalist it down. I don't think we're using Elementalist right. Oh no, we are. So yeah, he even had counter to Elementalist as well. Because he had stun so that he'd be able to get triple damage with web spinner. But also had Voice of Orpheus so he'd be able to cleanse off everything from Elementalist. Oh, we should have enough rating now. I'm not here to go like all the way for 5,700. I was just here to get the PvP glory we needed, which I think we have now, right? Yep, there we go. Oh yeah. Let's go test this new Mythic. And by that, I mean let's go make the strongest, quote-unquote, Daemon Portal Gem team. And by that, I mean, wow, is this team going to be bad? But let's go give it a shot. Let's go use every new Demonic Portal Gem troop. And see what we can scrap together. There it is, the Mythic. As well as the other knick-knack loot. And of course the artifact thing is now maxed. No magic this season though, unfortunately. A lot of durability, no magic. This is what, the second or third season now with no magic? Alright, what do we put this over? I'm gonna put on, I guess, Invasion Low? Or the Faction Team? I don't know, what do I want to put this on? We'll put it on the Tesla team. Actually, no, we'll put it all the way at the top. We'll put it on the Evasion team. I already have it in my copy-paste for the other thing. Actually, you know what? Let me go put it there right now, just so I don't forget. So I think I switched one thing earlier. Let's do that right now. Oh, no! Okay, well, maybe I don't replace that team then. Alright, let me replace the cheaper one then. Because I'm definitely not using this. Other people might need it, but we don't need it. Alright, let's go put over this thing then. What am I looking for? Not that. What's it called? Demonic Portal Gem? Alright, so here is all 8 troops to have Portal Gem mechanic. Do any of them have mana accumulation? No. 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 Actually, what's the other mechanic? Good roll yellow to Spirit Gem. I don't know, it's not really enough. So I might have to deal with it because there's like no alternative. I might just have to make a team out of around the Mythic. Because trying to do it with only Portal Gem troops, this is basically the team. Like, this would basically be the team. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to build around only the Mythic then. Because there are so few viable options, aka none of them. All 8 of them are pretty much bad. That, yeah, we're gonna have to get creative and just build it only out of him then. So this is gonna be purely based on the Mythic then. Because every single demonic portal troop is just so bad. We'd be better off just putting 3 random commons on our team than to use any of these other 7. But let's go try using the Mythic then. So it deals damage to all enemies boosted by demonic portal gems. Explode 1 gem for each demonic portal. So basically a low AoE with almost no mana accumulation. With a not completely useless final trait. Interesting. I want to try using his resummon mechanic though. So let me go get Sacrifice. We're going to make this work. We'll find some way to make this work. We're going to get Sacrifice. We're going to get Leprechaun. And we're going to get like Hero with Wand. I'm going to make this work. Alright, let's see if this works somehow. Hopefully. And Banner is, I guess, just double purple. Or I need anything else. I will need to put it into one other color, but the other color is inconsistent at any given time. And our class is like Archmages. And hope it just doesn't die in first. Alright, this is going to be our team. Wand of Stars, Sacrifice, Astroloth, and Leprechaun. This is like the closest you can get to making this even remotely usable. Let's see what we can do with it. This is still really weak though. It is about the closest we're going to get to it, even remotely viable team. So ideally this thing would have exploded. That was the whole idea. How have we missed every demonic portal gem so far? There we go. And then use Sacrifice. I forgot I could do that on Doomskull too, I believe. Are we winning? The biggest issue is he doesn't guarantee explode. Why wouldn't you do that? Why doesn't he guarantee explode all the demonic portals? I don't understand why his mechanic is just explode based on demonic portal, rather than simply explode all demonic portal. Because it's not even consistent that you can end up getting it. Like half the time he doesn't even get the thing you want him to go do. Which is explode the demonic portal gems. He technically won, but he nearly lost to an Explore 12 battle. But that kind of shows off his mechanic, if nothing else. It's just such a bad mechanic. As is the entirety of Demonic Portal Gems this season. It's probably the worst one we've ever had. Even worse than Lycanthropy. Like, Lycanthropy was really annoying. But functionality-wise, this is even worse. He doesn't even have good mana accumulation. It's not even guaranteed you get those portals either. Like, I need him to go hit it, and he's not hitting it. Because he only does the number of explodes equal to it. He doesn't actually explode all the demonic portal. If he did, he'd be slightly more viable. And I mean slightly. But it would at least be slightly more. We got a problem. My mana accumulator died. And I can't use Sacrifice, otherwise it hits itself. I actually should have put this in second slot and this in third. So in this situation, Sacrifice can sacrifice itself. Because right now, if I'd used it, it would sacrifice our main DPS. Which would be very bad to do. Hey, we got War. And a useless Quasit. But yeah, it's as bad as we thought it would be, if not worse. Yeah, that thing is so unusable. I'm not sure what they were thinking with portal gems and with that Mythic. But yeah, he's really bad. Although we kind of already knew that. But that's basically how the mechanic's supposed to be used. You're never going to use it, but that's assumably how you're supposed to use it. Is constantly keep getting like the resummons from the demonic portals and, you know, keep scaling. There's not enough troops in the game that kill off your own team for bonus. That's something that we really need a good version of. Like Vashtagon and Black Beast, we need like a better version of those. Something that kills off your own team, but it gets like an absurdly good ability for doing so. Maybe even like double killing your team. Like it literally kills 2 random units that isn't itself on your team. Or even your entire rest of your team. It literally kills every single thing on your team. No, that'd be a bit too much. Maybe like the first and last slot. Oh, that'd be an interesting one. A troop that kills your first and last slot, but does something like absurd. Like gains all their stats, but then also does something else that's boosted based on stats. Like we need something else that's like Vashtargon or Black Beast, but better. Because there's too much resummon in this game with like no troops that can kill out your own team for benefit. Which makes all that resummon nearly useless, unless you're like really down bad on a fight. But generally you don't use them because you don't want to reach that point to begin with. And even if you are using resummon, you're normally using something that's just like really free. We're using it for its core ability and the summon is just extra. You're generally not using like a designated summoner. Because at that point you're basically running a 3 versus 4 before the battle even starts. It's definitely something they need to look into. Black Beast is a good example of one though that works really well for it, even though it's only an ultra rare. It devours one of your allies, aka gains all the stats from them. Heals back to full, so it's gonna be really durable. And then creates 6 skulls so it can get a poke. Biggest issue is it doesn't have impervious or something similar. It has no immunity, so like I said, technically it has immune to 100 mark, but that barely counts. But it basically has no immunity. And because it has basically no immunity, this leaves it in a really weird spot where, you know, you just entangle it and it does nothing. But if I ever had like impervious or something similar, something like that, like a mythic like that, you know what would be really cool for that actually? If they put it on an immortal. I feel like that'd be a good spot to put an immortal. I'm just not sure if it'd be too strong or something, but an immortal that has like all those immunities to almost everything, but also the ability to kill out your team to gain a bunch of benefit so that you can actually use resummon properly. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out. They added one that's pretty strong like that with Devour and everything, some old mechanics. They did that this season, but this PvP season. But it'd be interesting to see what they do with that going forward. Anyways, let's go to Underspire. Alright, let me find out another code. I feel like we handled almost none today. But here's another one. Enjoy. Alright, let's go through Underspire. Oh yeah, I should probably go get an Underspire team. Luckily we covered 1 billion of them in the video. Which one we're running with? Not that one. That's not even the thing. Where are my Underspires? There they are. Yeah, I went with double Ward Breaker. Obviously, if you don't have double, just go with a different offset damage source. But we do have double, so we're going to be running double. But if you don't have it, put an Atlanta there, or you know anything else you have that can do damage. Is there any other mythic you could put there? No, I think it'd be better off just going, not Astral Mother, going the epic, this thing. You'd be better off going this than you would be going one of the weaker damage sources, or even a Centaur again if you want to try that route. But since we do have double Ward Breaker, we will be going down that route. Just a little bit more damage. Technically not even need at the earlier fights. I could actually replace one out for more mana accumulation like Herdmaster. Because in these super early fights, 1 Ward Breaker is already enough. The double Ward Breaker only comes into play at the later end when you can't one-shot anymore. But the first 2 floors we're going to be one-shotting with every Ward Breaker. It's only particularly relevant to have 2 if you're going like really deep. Like the 5th and 6th floor. I guess technically the 4th as well. 1st and 2nd you definitely don't need it. More than 1. 3rd you can easily offset it with like a Lana. 4th is the first one that would kind of get a little bit slower if you only had 1. And 5th onwards it would definitely be nice to have 2. It's perfectly fine if you don't though. I wouldn't advise going all the way if you don't have at least 1 though. Because most other damage sources fall off pretty hard after 5 and onward. Alright, there's no way this is the right path, but this is the higher level one, so let's go for it. For floor 1, it doesn't really matter if we go the wrong way, though. Because we're going to have to do them all anyways. Oh, nothing uses blue. I took that thinking like, oh, something will get the mana for it. Nope. Not that color. I could take that for 5 times. Oh no. Gotta waste a turn to grab mana now. Hey, the door is over here. Okay, that's not bad. Door unlocked. Oh, so we still need to go find the key door thing though. Is the new Mythic any good? No. I was hello, Calamar. Welcome, welcome. No, we just did a team with it earlier just for the fun of messing around with it. Like trying to use the demonic portal for resummon and everything with sacrifice so we can keep getting stats and everything. But no, it's unfortunately really, really bad. I already knew this though, but yeah, it's exceedingly not worth using. Every single troop that came in with demonic portal gem is easily the weakest season we have ever had. By a pretty large margin. I can't think of any season we've had in the 21 campaign seasons that has been weaker than the demonic portal season. Both as a power gem and the troops that we end up getting with it. And the weapon. But yeah, the Mythic reminds me a lot of Fallen Valdis. And how bad it is. Like, we're talking like top 5 worst Mythic in the game category of bad. Mostly because it can literally just give free resummon to the enemy. While being below average in every regard. It has almost no mana accumulation. It has like very absurdly average AoE that you'd expect on a legend. Even an epic troop would have better a lot of times. It's like even Atlanta that you can do during this event would be better DPS than what you could get out of him. And he has a chance to just keep creating demonic portal gems for the enemy team. So that they can get resummoned. It's a really, really clunky troop. And a lot of situations will probably help your enemy more than your own team. Especially if it gets a real battle. We were just testing it against Explore. But if we brought it into an actual PvP match, all it's got to do is just feed the enemy free mana. Or free resummon, I mean. Hey, 2 torches. Well, we get to keep going then. Let's go down here. We're already going to a dead end. Might as well hit all the dead ends. Forgot the thing. Oh, wrong side. There's only a problem with this chair. It keeps getting caught on the screen. It was so much further back than the other chair was. There's something else I need to go get to before we get the new flooring. Because we are going to be getting new flooring in the next few months. I need to get one of those like protective pad things that you normally do for office chairs. I actually don't have it here. Once we get the new flooring, we definitely will just not need to mark it up. Still not sure how that's going to go down though. Because I'm not sure how we're moving everything away. Because we have so much stuff that touches the ground. Hello, Ricardo! Welcome, welcome. Oh, we found the room. Nice. I was wondering, how do we still have torches left? It's because we found 2 torches from the dead end room. Because normally by the time you find this, you wouldn't have any torches left. But we got a double drop from one of the dead ends. Yeah, let me go hand out another code. I think we're only at 3 right now. There you guys go, enjoy. Definitely hand out at least one more after that one. It still feels so weird not getting mana every turn. Like, almost any team I run, I'm like just waiting for the mana to come in, and it's like, oh yeah, we actually have to take it off the board, don't we? Our team just doesn't instantly get full mana every turn. It's like a foreign concept almost to even need a mana accumulate. Just because of how broken the endgame teams are. Basically just auto get full mana. Curious to see how New Guild War end up fixing that with the restrictions and everything. Because one thing that's interesting is the teams that you're going to be fighting are also restricted. And a lot more of a restrictive way compared to how old Guild War was. So it's not going to be as one-sided in that regard. Because they're not going to be able to run pretty much anything like you were before. Yep, we got mail. Yep, another redeem code. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so, you know what? Let's go open some vault keys and we'll hand out a good thing, or we'll hand out a code every single time we get something good. Oops, I did not mean to claim all. No, the misclick! Oh, gosh. Well, let's go open a ton of vault keys. We got 300 left right now. Because we opened down to that earlier. Gosh, are we about to open an hour of vault keys? Because I think I'm about to. I think that misclick just locked us in for an hour of vault key opening. Alright, we got a lot more codes to hand out. False alarm, false alarm. Because I think we're locked in for 1 hour of vault keys now. Which is probably the rest of our stack. I've been needing to use them for a while anyway, so I guess now's now. Or now's the time. I meant to only use one, but I accidentally used the whole stack. Welcome to the Vault Key Palooza. I forget, how many can you do per minute? Wasn't it almost like 4 a minute? Which means, yeah, we'll be able to use almost all of them then. We only have like 50 to 100 left by the end. Yeah, I guess we're doing an hour of vault keys now. I was originally only going to do 15 minutes, but if we're using the whole XP stack, might as well. Otherwise, you're just wasting them. Yeah, that reminds me, what level are we these days? I haven't actually been paying attention much to my level range. We've definitely been going a little bit slower recently. But what are we at right now? Can't even check here. Wait, can you not check until you get there? Okay. 1968. Oh, we're gonna hit level 69. That's funny. Oh, so hello, Chicago. Welcome, welcome. You moved from Birmingham to Chicago? Nice. Known you as Birmingham. Oh yeah, from a while back. But welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Yeah, these days we've been doing Brighter Shores. A lot of Brighter Shores. But we're doing Gems of War every Monday as far as the video and everything. We've been going a little bit less on Gems of War recently, but we've still been playing every day. Still been covering the weekly video, recapping everything, and of course the Monday stream like we are right now. Which at this point we've pretty much done everything. We're just kind of grinding an hour of vault keys from last vault event weekend. See if we can get anything good. Yeah, nice to see you back. Hope the move went over well. You hit level 2,250? Nice. Missed my content? Thank you, thank you. Great to see you again. Yeah, we're about to hit level 1969. Actually, with a whole hour of this boost, we might hit 1970. Getting really close to that 2,000 mark. It's freezing up there? Oh, I bet. Yeah, even down here, it's been really, really cold lately. Like, I went for a walk the other morning, it was like 37 degrees. According to the computer thing. I didn't bother checking the weather thingy. But wherever the temperature said on the computer thing said 37. Yeah, it was really cold. It wasn't windy though, so it wasn't that bad. Like the sun was still out and everything. For my area, that's like really cold. It almost never gets below freezing here. Not that 37 is below freezing, but you know, it's close to below freezing. Fahrenheit it is, not Celsius. The American measurement. I remember when I was in Toronto and trying to read all the temperatures in Celsius. It was actually relatively easy to read. Not because I know what a high Celsius number means, but because every number was so low that it was easy to understand. Because every number was from like -5 to 2 Celsius. And 0 is 32 Fahrenheit. So it was kind of easy to tell what they were because they were all single-digit number. But I have no clue what like 15 Celsius is, for example. But if it's like a single-digit number, I know roughly what it feels like, which was convenient when I was in Toronto because it was all single-digit numbers. Either positive or negative, or 0 exactly. So it was easy to tell what it was. Your new puppy loves the weather there? Nice. You have to bribe her to come in? That's funny. Must be warm with all that fur. Oh, 15 Celsius is 59 degrees. Interesting. Yeah, I've actually never seen a Celsius number above a single-digit number before. Because the only place I've been outside the United States is Toronto. And I went there during the winter where everything is cold. Oh, so no good drops yet. We're gonna be handing out a code every good drop we get, but yeah, still none. Fahrenheit is basically double the C plus 32. Is it around that? Yeah, I never paid much attention to it because I never needed to know it. Probably should learn it at some point though. Because I didn't only know how temperatures feel basically in Fahrenheit rather than Celsius. So if I see a random Celsius number that isn't like a single-digit number, I have no clue how it actually feels. Unless I do a bunch of math conversion. Yeah, 0 is freezing point. Because I keep mashing so much, it keeps bringing me out of the menu. I'm trying to stay here, but it keeps kicking me out. Again, gosh, I might just put it back to like normal size so it stops doing that. I think it's just stretch mode that keeps doing it. Let's see. We're gonna have a little bit of a black bar down there, but it's not wanting to cooperate with us. No, it did it again. All right, maybe now it'll work. Maybe if I restart the game. He's being weird with the dimensions now. Alright, now I think it's fixed. Alright, hopefully mash clicking doesn't do anything weird now. There we go. Now we're gonna have to play with the black bar down there. Up. I forgot I can't move this, otherwise it collapses. There we go. Gonna have to go with a slightly scuffed setup so it stops bringing me all the way out of the menu. No, it's still doing it! Okay, by that point I must just have it. What's making me go back? Did they like change this in the last patch or something? I need to stop mash clicking. Or it's gonna do exact number of clicks. Oh, there it is. Let's go hand out a redeem code. Our first good drop. It's one of the absolute better ones, too. One of the top few. A golden medal. There you guys go. All right. Hopefully we'll get plenty more. That's the first one after 35. And we're going for an entire hour since we accidentally used an hour of XP boost. So we still got another like 50 minutes, 45 minutes. We'll end out a code for every big drop. We're still gonna have some Volkies left over, but we'll open them another time. Don't need to do them all today. But finally a good time to go catch up on these if nothing else. These are from mostly the last Vault event weekend. Not all of them, but a good number of them. And of course, another Vault event weekend right around the corner. Not this weekend, but next week's weekend. Apparently I clicked too much again. I'm not sure what's kicking me out every single time. I've never seen this happen so often. And it was doing it in the other size as well. Not just in like the stretch mode. It keeps kicking me out. When I click play again, but it like mashes and clicks leave somehow. You know, clicking the play again button. Game won't let me gamble. It won't let us gamble the keys we already have. Keeps kicking me out. We keep winning too much. The casino's kicking us out. No, we only won once so far. We'll get at least a few more hopefully though. Almost 50 keys in. We should be just under 100 by the end. Maybe a little bit more deeper if we keep getting lucky. Or, you know, if we keep not getting kicked out of the screen. Because that wastes like one whole battle of time every time it happens. Ooh, 300 gem drop. Wait, that's the big one, right? Nice. Wait, that's another code. It's hard to see because it doesn't display it like the way it used to. Yeah, it's one of the big ones. I don't do it for the small gem drop. I do it for the big gem drop, and that's the big one. It's really hard to see compared to the old layout. I think that's actually the first time we've gotten it since the new layout. Oh, it even says win as well. The code. Or kind of. It says WNWN. Win-win. I said, hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Hope your new year has been going great. Yeah, we have a couple funny codes. We had bird, we had, let's see, what was the whole list? We had a couple ones. We had got, we had bird, BRD, and we had, win-win. Out of our random letters. Come on, Major Orb. Major Disappointment. The good old Major Orb of Disappointment. That's basically what the red orbs are almost every time. There's like a few % chance you get something amazing like that gold thing we got earlier. Nearly everything else is just junk in the current state of game. But they're mostly there as a catch-up mechanic for newer players and everything. But if you get it as a veteran player, it does like almost nothing. Because you already have everything maxed in that regard. Like trait stones and everything. Or weapons or anything in those categories. Oh yeah, that reminds me, by the way, the, I'm pretty sure the tarot cards from the, 10-year anniversary event are not in drop table yet. I haven't seen one yet. Have any of you guys seen it in Volky yet? I'm pretty sure they're not in drop table yet. I'm still opening them because we already have them, so it doesn't matter. But do be wary, you probably don't want to open your Volkies yet. If you are missing one of them from the 10-year anniversary event, any of the 4. Because those actually do craft a Mythic. It's a pretty average Mythic, but they do craft a Mythic if you have all 4. So if you're missing any of them or all of them, you probably want to hold your keys. As I am pretty certain they're not on drop table yet. I haven't seen a single one today. Or ever. They should be within about next month or so. But I'm pretty sure they're currently not. Ah, it kicked me out again. No! Oh, I got 42 minutes left. Let's keep going. We're going to keep opening vault keys until we either have 0 or that timer runs out. Whatever one happens first. Realistically, the timer. I don't think we can get that many in that quickly. At most, we'll still have like 40 left. Or at least. The Vault Key stack is slowly dwindling. Luckily, Vault Event weekend's in 2 weekends from now, so we could restock really soon. Though I have been doing a lot less on Vault Event weekends compared to when we were like streaming every day during Vault Event weekend. I've been slacking on them. Mostly because we've been doing Brighter Shores for like 8 to 12 hours every day. Oh, pet orb. Oh no, did we give it for small pet orb? I will this time around. We'll give pity for small pet orb. I think normally I only do the 1% pet orb, but we'll do 2% pet orb today as well. Just because we're getting pretty average luck right now. I only got 2 big drops in about 100. Like, it's about 1 every 50-ish. And currently we're like on rate. I'm on max difficulty, right? Yeah, we are. Just making sure. Gotta get the extra 20% reward. Yeah, always make sure you set them to max difficulty for the extra 20%. That was a buff they did a couple years ago. It's basically just a flat increase. Anything that would normally only give you 1, obviously you still only get 1 of. But anything that gives you a number of something, you get 20% more of. Like gems. That would normally have been a 100 gem drop, and now it's 120. Not the big one, but still nice. The big one being 300. Well, technically a 250 boosted 300. Oh, excuse me. Oh, major orbit disappointment? Yep. No. Oh, we're at 222. Oh, a big cascade so big we get a map out of it. Which is actually bad because it just delays the end of the fight. But hey, a free map that we're never going to use. I wonder what our map stack is at these days. It's an absurdly high number. Because we keep getting the full. That's like the 3rd time we've gotten the full today. Like 100 keys. It really wants to keep giving us that one. It's the only one we gotten more than twice so far today. But yeah, I'm still not seeing the 10-year anniversary one, so I'm pretty confident saying, yeah, they're still not on drop table. We kind of already knew that, though. I just haven't, like, mass opened keys since then. But yeah, it looks like they're still not on drop table. Probably another couple weeks to a month. A little bit after next patch, it probably will be by then. If not exactly with next patch. So we are using Pharaohs instead of Takshaka here, you may notice. Main reason for a mode like this is they're actually better mana accumulation than Takshaka. But you have to be doing a game mode where you don't need extra damage. And this is one of them where Stellarix alone is enough. Normally in PvP you want to use Takshaka in case your Stellarix dies. But in a mode like this our Stellarix is never going to die. But Pharaoh is just more consistent at getting full mana turn 1. Which when running a battle like this is the main thing that matters. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's more likely. But if you could only go double of one, I would definitely go double Takshaka over double Pharaoh. If you could only choose to go double of one of them. Which reminds me, Takshaka hasn't been in Soulforge for what feels like a while now. When was the last time Takshaka's been there? I feel like any week now he's going to be in Soulforge. Because it feels like it's been like a half a year to a year. I know it hasn't been that long, but I can't recall the last time he's been around. Like, saving 8,000 diamonds for a double of him if you have 0 is really, really good value. Yeah, the campaign with the annoying demonic gem is almost over. We got 1 week of it left, and we never need to deal with the demonic portal gem again. Because no one's going to be running any of the weak troops that's attached to. So after it stops falling from the sky, we never need to deal with it. And no one in PvP is going to vote it in, so... After this week, it basically is a non-existent gem going forward. Unless they try to shove it on some other thing in the future. Of which it will probably be horrible. But yeah, it's definitely the weakest we've seen so far. After this week, should be gone forever, pretty much. Obviously, the troops with it will still be in the game, but they're never going to be used. I'll catch you later, Ricardo. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're going until this timer runs out, which I think is like 35 more minutes? Another half an hour? Either until the timer runs out or our Volky stack runs out. So the timer is probably going to run out slightly beforehand. And if nothing else, at least accidentally using my entire XP stack right now is a good excuse to finally use these. Because they've been sitting since last Vault event, waiting to be open. Perfect time, because we 2 Vault event, or 2 weeks in, 2 weekends from now is Vault event weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. This weekend's a new faction event with a deep delve and new troop and everything. Pretty weak one. And then the next weekend after that is the Vault event weekend. Another major orbit disappointment. So far we only got one good major orb drop today. And it was a gold medal. Gold glory medal. Which is a pretty good one to get. Gosh, I can still smell the cherry things. I need to get rid of this box. Because they're making me hungry for more. And I need to not eat too many of these. But they smell so good. Can you smell it? Can you smell it through the screen? It smells like it's still filled with chocolates. Even though it's completely empty. I need to get rid of the box the second this stream ends. Set it on fire. The smell makes me want more of them. Gotta pace them out. I did buy only one box because I knew I'd be tempted to go for more. Oh, major orbit disappointment? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we're starting to get unlucky. We only got two really big drops. The 300 gem and the gold medal. We did get a pet orb, but I still ended out a code for it, but it's not technically a big drop. It is 1/3 of a pet orb though. So in that regard, it's kind of big. Not as big as the 1% pet orb though. Still a nice drop to have nonetheless. Just not big as, not as good as the bigger one. That's still 1/3. The effectiveness still goes a long way. Use 3 of them and it's basically the same thing. Also, I have so many purple orbs. I really need to just dump them at some point. We have enough purple orbs alone to last for like 2 years worth of mythics. Now counting any other resource I have, is one of the reasons I went so heavy on it when we went dry when trying to get triple of the other mythic. Because I know if we ever go absurdly dry like that, like 10 times in a row, we still have like 2 to 3 years worth of mythics. Just in seals, just in orbs. Not even counting my seal stacks, or my gem stacks, or my other glory stacks, or anything like that. Just in purple orbs alone, we have like 2 years worth of mythics. Like we could stop playing completely for 2 years. And our purple orbs would still be able to get every mythic before we'd even need to dip into another resource. It's kind of crazy how many we have. Because I've almost never spent any. I've spent a few here and there, but very minimally. That would also perpetually put our guild in like 40,000 every single day, or every single week, right at the beginning. Pretty sure some people already dumped them occasionally. So we had 40,000 pretty easily regardless, but if we were to, we could like solo it for months on end. Oh, major orbit disappointment? Yep. I'm still hoping in the back of my head it's like, ah, it's not gonna be disappointing this time, and then yep, it is. How many drops are even good? Let's see. 1% from pet, 1% from power if you count power. Power isn't a weird in between. It's rare, but it's not good. But I still, I guess, consider it good. So that's 2%. Then gold orb, that's now 4%. Silver, I believe, is 3, so that's now 7%. Is that it? 7% chance a major orb is good. Unless I forgot one. Yeah, there's a 7% chance that a major orb is good. Which is why it's disappointing most of the time. Obviously, there's other good drops in there, like major purple or major blue. But as far as the really, really good ones, you have a 7% chance you'll roll one of them. Which is either the gold glory, the silver glory, the power orb, the pet orb. And that's it. So what ratio is that then? That's like a 1 in what, 14? It's like a 1 in 14, 1 in 15 chance. You'll get something that isn't the horrible drops. Not that all of them are horrible, but as far as the really good drops, you have a 1 in 14, 1 in 15 or so chance. We only rolled it once this stream. We rolled it pretty early though. They got our hopes up just to crush it down. Yeah, we got the first drop really early. It's kind of weird. We're not being kicked out of the screen anymore. I'm not sure what happened. Because I'm still clicking the same way I was before, but it's not kicking me out of the screen now, like it was before. I'm not sure what I'm doing differently. It's no longer kicking us out like every few fights. Oh, I said it. I jinxed it. No! No! It has to be something about where I click or something. I'm not sure. Oh, so apparently we got 24 minutes left. We'll keep opening until timer goes. Even slightly after, because I'll forget that the timer ended because we can't see it on the screen. That's something I don't understand with the timers. They have those timers, but they put it on like the menu you're never going to go to. It might seem weird, like that you would never go to like the main menu. But generally, whenever you're doing like a grind like this, you're never going to the main menu. Like instinctually, you would think that would be the place you would always be able to see it. But most farming locations just cycle without ever going back to main menu. So it's actually a pretty bad place to put it. The best place to put it would be on the end reward screen, telling you how much your booster that you just got is still going for. Like under where the XP drop is when they change all the XP drops and everything. There should be a timer right here telling me how much longer my XP boost is going for. But there isn't. Like that'd be the place that would make sense to put it. That's not where they put it though. Even after the rework. Or at least putting in the settings menu. So you can peek at it between doing your turn. If you could see it right here, for example. Because you can see it for 0 time if you click quickly. Without wasting any of the battle time. Otherwise you gotta like set up your own timer. Like this little guy. Which I guess technically we could go set up real quick. Alright, let me go set up real quick. Let's see. Alright, there we go. We got our timer now. Since the game doesn't provide us with one, we'll provide one ourselves. Using the Steam thing. I've been using that a lot for Brighter Shores, but yeah, we could use it here too. Yeah, let me go center it with the troop card though. It's bothering me that's not centered. There we go. Can like center it on him. I'm not sure when they added this feature, but it is so good. The amount I've used it in the last few months is so high. I have no clue when Steam added this feature, but it is so amazing. I've been using it for Vault Event Weekend too. Because it lets you see the timer without seeing the timer. Without needing like a third-party app thing like we were before. And it overlays to the game as well. Like, this isn't me recording it separately, just recording it with the game itself. Like, I see this in the exact same location you guys do. Whereas before we had it in, like, a different menu thingy. Come on, Major Orbit Disappointment. Give us something good. It does look like we're going to dip slightly under 100 then. Should get down to like 80 keys, 75 keys, somewhere around there. Oh, so did we just get all trait stones? We got a Cedric drop and all the gnomes dropped trait stone of a different color. That's funny. Like when their worst drops, if not their worst drop, and we got all three of them to drop it. Are deep delves worth it? I personally don't do the delve dailies, but if you do want to do them, but do them quicker, one strategy for them is to do a deep delve and then one normal delve. So you only have to do 2 delves instead of 3. And one of them just gives you slightly better value. For the most part, they're not worth it if you're just trying to progress to 500 in every delve. But if you already have them all maxed, doing a mix of both can be okay. It's definitely not worth spending 50 gems to go do 3 deep delves, though. But doing like 1 deep delve a day can be worthwhile. Because you get basically 1 free guaranteed gnome for killing out 9 battles, as well as the loot at the end. It kind of gets rid of the RNG of trying to get gnomes when it's like not a Vault Event weekend. The only problem is compared to a Vault Event weekend, it's kind of weak. Though in all fairness, everything compared to a Vault Event weekend is kind of weak. It's kind of an unfair comparison. But it's a great way to get 1 guaranteed gnome when it's not a Vault Event weekend. Oh, we got it again! We got it again! Wow, it just doesn't know how to give us anything else today, but that's fine. It's one of the better drops. I still prefer Major Pet Ore, but this is the next best thing. It's basically the second best drop in their drop table. The best being Major Pet. Technically, you could even say that one's even better, the one that we are getting, the gold one. Because that actually gives you stats. Upgrading cosmetic pets doesn't give you any stats. But it's harder to do. Like, gem value-wise, it is more costly to max a pet, a cosmetic pet, than it is to, you know, gold medal something. However, the gold medal actually gives you mythic stats, or whatever you use it on, generally mythics or legends. But, generally mythics. So it's actually giving you, like, progress. Whereas the other ones are just upgrading a bunch of cosmetic stuff. Obviously, you can also upgrade non-cosmetic pets, but generally it's better used on cosmetic pets. Like all the ones you only ever get once or very rarely ever come back. Yeah, we'll keep pounding a code every single good drop we get. That's what, our 3rd one now? Technically our 4th, but I handed one out for a normal pet. Just because we're going a bit dry. Because that's only our 3rd big drop in 170 keys. We're still a bit under rate. Not extremely under rate, but still slightly under rate right now. Back when you had a gem account with Switch, you were there for the Palooza. And now you're trying to get back what you lost. Oh gosh. Yeah, I remember the first few weeks on the Nintendo Switch version was a lot of fun. Because everyone's like completely starting from scratch. I wish more games had like a game mode or something like that, where you like completely start from scratch and earn in-game rewards, but it only lasts for like a month or something. Because that's what the Nintendo Switch release felt like. Because everyone just completely started from scratch and was kind of a race to, you know, getting actual good gear and everything. Or, you know, good troops and everything. A lot of Mang builds and a lot of other stuff that was meta around the time. Mang still is pretty good. It's one of those things that's just absurdly strong early on in the game. You tend to stop using it once you have better options though, but it's always good throughout the entire game. It never falls off. It just becomes slower than other options. But it never becomes bad. It just becomes not as good. Are they still behind on events? I believe so. That's one of the reasons I stopped playing the Switch version. Is it seemed like they were never going to catch it up. And to this day, I think they still haven't caught it up. It's in its own little world compared to the rest of the game. It's mostly up to date, I think, by this point. But I think they're still slightly behind compared to every other version. Gosh, so many oranges. So many oranges. If only it was slightly golden colored. So we can get the triple glory. I'm not sure if we ever got 3 in one session now that I think about it. We've done 2 a couple times like this session. I can't recall whenever we opened a bunch of vault keys and got 3 in one session. 2's been the most we've ever gotten. See if we get one in 11.5 minutes. But I don't think we've ever gotten 3 gold glories in one go. But we'll keep going until the timer's done. And then no more XP bonus for us. Surprisingly, we still haven't gained a level. Keep forgetting how slow leveling is this late in the game. A whole hour of boosted XP and it's like, nope, still not a level. In all fairness, our XP bar was pretty low. We're about to dip under 100. Oh no, that means we went through 200 already then. We started exactly at 300 on the dot. Because the other week we went down to 300. Today we're going down to slightly under 100 then. And then maybe next week's Monday we'll go finish out whatever's left then. Because 2 weekends from now is Voldemort weekend. So if we do whatever we have left next week's Monday, we'll have exactly 0 going into Voldemort weekend. Is everyone's dungeon different, or is there a way to know ahead of time? No, everyone's dungeon is different. So there's no way to know ahead of time. There are a few strategies as far as going through it. But beyond that, it's just pure RNG. Will we be getting new stream lighting? I want to wait until after the flooring gets done. I'm not sure when we're getting it done. But I do want to wait until then before I go and fix the lighting situation in this room. But yeah, currently I don't have a solution for it. It's on the long list of things that need to be done to this house that still haven't been done. Because the light on my ceiling doesn't even work. One of the hurricanes end up knocking it out. When we end up having roof damage, so the wiring up there is like all weird. End up getting damaged at that point. We fixed the roof, but we haven't gotten some of the wiring that got damaged during that. Yeah, it still hasn't been fixed. There's a lot of work this house has been needing. The insurance only paid for so much. Mostly like the exterior damage. Like it didn't really cover much interior wise. Where am I going? Volky. Seven gold rings in a row from Chaos Shards? Yikes. Oh gosh, that's awful. We haven't really been opening too many Chaos Shards. We could go on like a Chaos Shard opening gauntlet. Because there's so many of them that I haven't been doing from past events. Maybe that's something we do next week's Monday. Because by then, all of them except the one from the most recent event should be in drop table. So we're just going to go through and just get them all. Because a lot of the events recently I just haven't been doing as far as faction events, weekend events. Just because the payout isn't really particularly good. And we already have every faction max and more shards than we ever know what to do with. So I've actually been skipping them lately like I would an arena event. And for that I've just been saving gems by not getting the troop. But now we have like a whole backlog of like almost like 5 troops that we need to go get. And after this Friday going into next week's Monday, they should all be in drop table other than the one from last week's Friday. AKA this weekend. But every other one should be in drop table by then. Aside from the new one coming out this weekend. Which won't be in drop table until about another month from now. Hello Jason! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. What's the timer in the bottom corner for? I accidentally opened 1 hour of XP boosts. So we've been opening vault keys for 1 hour, which is kind of convenient because vault event weekend's 2 weekends from now, so we're going to have to do that at some point anyways. So I guess it kind of worked out. But yeah, I accidentally opened an hour of XP boosters, and that's the remaining time. So we already did 56 minutes straight of vault keys. I meant to only open 15 minutes and I accidentally opened all of them. But yeah, the timer's for the rest of the XP bonus. And we're down to the final few minutes of the hour. We got quite a lot of them done. We got about like 230 or 240 done in an hour. Not the quickest, but we kept getting like forced back to the menu, which was weird. Whatever we don't finish tonight, we'll just do on Monday. Then we'll have a nice clean slate for vault keys going into Vault Event weekend 2 weekends from now. Hopefully we get at least one more good drop in the last few minutes. So far we've gotten like, what, 3? I've handed out 4 because I gave one out for the pet orb. But so far we only got the 300 gem drop once and the 2 major gold glory orb. Which are pretty nice one to have, but we haven't seen anything else beyond that. Overall, not too bad though. Could have definitely been worse. You have thousands you need to open someday. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good at still keep opening them. I've been keeping up with it nicely. Because it gets really daunting when you have like thousands at a time. Kind of like whenever we need to go through our epic Volkey stash. Probably poke it like 100 at a time because you just have so many. So we have over 1,000 something of them. I've been hoarding them for if they ever buff epic Volkeys. There's currently no unique loot in them. And I feel like at some point they are going to add unique loot to them. That's what I've been hoarding them for. Right now they're basically just slightly buffed up Volkeys, but I've been hoarding them out of the slight chance they might put something unique in them eventually. But currently their entire drop table is just normal Volkey drop table, just slightly buffed up. But there isn't anything unique, which is more of what Volkeys already have, just in higher quantities. Yeah, after doing Gems of War for a decade, we have so much excess everything when it comes to the loot. It's one of the reasons I haven't even been farming the vault events as much recently. Still have been, just not as much. Because we already have like 2 times infinite loot at this point. Like anything we would ever need, we pretty much have to a billionth degree, for the most part. There are still a few good drops, like the ones that we keep handing out codes for. But beyond those few, we don't really need much. Everything else is like infinite number. Alright, a final minute. You get like 3-4 more in. Well, maybe only 3 if we keep getting kicked out all the way. But if anyone has any questions, anything else you want me to go over, do let me know. Oh, I was hoping that would be not a major orbit disappointment. Use a few more of these, and we're probably calling it for tonight. And then, of course, we'll be back next week's Monday. As we do Gems of War Mondays now. We'll still be doing Brighter Shores every single day if you want to stop by. I think tomorrow we're doing Leatherworker, and then every other day we're making 1 billion potions until we get like 200 alchemy. The potion making skill in that game. Oh no, it kicked me out. Okay, I'm still gonna go for 1 more. I don't think we can get it in time though. But just to get us down to a nice 70. Alright, we can get the timer out of here now. Timer has served us well. It'll give us a little alert any second now. Being like, yep, time expired. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Aw, we only got a glory gnome. Sad. But that's about where we thought we would end. We have 70 left, and I'll try to open them next Monday then. So we have a nice clean slate going into next Vault Event weekend. Perfect. But anyways, guys, yeah, I think that's everything then. Good night code. Yeah, I'll hand out one. Oh no, I need to go get the gems too. Let me go grab these real quick while we're hand out one last code. Here you guys go. One final code for the stream. Here you guys go. Enjoy. Everyone has stayed around the whole time. But yeah, we'll be back next week's Monday for, you know, the normal weekly recap and Monday night stream. We might do a Tuesday night stream if there's an update. We'll see. If there's going to be any time soon that is really likely to be patched, next week's Tuesday is actually pretty likely, as it is the Tuesday in the downtime during between events, you know, between campaigns. So So next week's Tuesday is the most likely date for the Guild War patch. So we might be doing a stream then. If we don't do a stream then, I'm probably doing a recap video on Wednesday at least. So there might not be a stream on Tuesday night, but there would definitely be a recap on the Wednesday then. But hopefully we can do both. Hopefully they'll let us know in advance. And it just doesn't just shadow drop. Because if it shadow drops, I'll probably only be able to do a Wednesday thing. But if we know in advance, I'd be able to do both. Wow, it feels weird having all of our mail clean for once. Normally I keep stacking XP whatever you call them, boosters. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And, yeah, we don't currently know if next week's Tuesday is going to be patched or not. If it is, it should be around, like, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or so. You know, the normal time we normally start our stream. But, I hope they give confirmation within the next week or so. Maybe, like, a preview video or something that kind of mentions it. But it is the most likely date that we'd get the patch, though it's not confirmed that we will. But they tend to like to do it between the campaigns like that, so it's decently likely, but we'll find out. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, a wonderful new year, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.